whatoplay presents the top 25 Xbox One enhanced games. The Play score is an average of gamer and critic ratings. At number 25 is Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. The classic hardcore shooter gets an even bigger update. Enhancing the insanity and destruction of the original, this full clip remaster may have looked pretty enough. Its 4K capabilities unlocks a new level of immersion. Locked at 60 frames revisit the action of the original game, the 2 DLCs and the 6 echo mode maps, all in the eye-popping beauty of their leveled up graphics. It has a Play score of 8.24. Next is NieR. Already lauded for its ahead-of-its-time motion scan technology when it first released in 2011, the realism of NieR is dialed up to 11 with this enhanced version. Although it's already a bit dated by modern times, the 4K resolutions and updated textures and lighting add to the excellence. Get better at reading the detailed faces of witnesses and decode the clues you find in every location. A unique interactive investigation made better, it has a Play score of 8.27. At 23 is Unravel 2. Coldwood Interactive's follow-up to their Woolly adventures also gets their ticket into the 4K fray. Dealing with the fantastical small-scale journey of Red Bull and his new friend, it's not a holistic 4K upscale. Upgrading only the very important HUD, there's not a world of difference for their puzzle adventures. Coming at a higher difficulty compared to the original, those extra pixels might actually help you in the long run. It has a score of 8.31. And at 22 is F1 2017. Following the likes of Microsoft's own beloved Forza series, racing games are a haven for important visual upgrades. Trying to imitate the real-life speeds and imagery of the racetrack, F1 2017 does just that, letting you step into the driver's seats of the 2017 season's best racers. The entry that ushered back the classic cars, drool over 1988 McLaren MP44s, 2002 Ferrari F2002, and 10 more legendary beauties in native 4K. It has a Play score of 8.31. Next is Battle Chasers Nightwar. Bringing the age-old formula of classic JRPGs to the modern age, Battle Chasers Nightwar manages to piece together an RPG that blends the past and present into one beautiful mix. Choose up to 3 heroes and begin your journey in the town of Harm's Way. Venture into the randomly generated dungeons, uncover secrets, collect loot, and upgrade your skills with every level. Adding support for 4K for the Xbox One X, it means there's smoother combat and even more beautiful dungeons at full HD. It has a Play score of 8.35. At 20 is Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. Just the Game of the Year edition for the original Borderlands adventure was big news already. Marking the first time it reaches the Xbox One, this edition came with a few refinements to the experience, from navigation to inventory, both of which took a bit of the shine off the first outing. These are all topped off with a big 4K finish that dusts the age off the nostalgic cel-shaded look and ushers us back into the rough Pandoran paradise. It has a Play score of 8.38. 19 is Assassin's Creed Origins. Everything looks awesome in 4K, and everyone knows those extra pixels are best used to fully immerse players in a brand new environment. Assassin's Creed Origins has one of the best, offering a beautiful rendering of ancient Egypt in all its glory, follow the beginnings of the famous Brotherhood, all with the extra details of this upgrade. Improving on image quality, shadows, and textures, Bayek's RPG-like adventures in antiquity is a feast for the eyes with a score of 8.46. Next up, Gears of War 4. Supporting 4K for the Xbox One X, it would be a no-brainer for Microsoft to pour the same kind of loving on their own beloved exclusives. Set 25 years after the original trilogy, play the aged Marcus Phoenix as he takes on the role of mentor to JD, Kate, and Del, tasked to face off against mysterious creatures. The frame rates might not be the most stable, the details brought about by the uptick resolutions have added to the harsh beauty of Phoenix's world. A Play score of 8.46. At number 17 is Fallout 4. Building bases is better when you can appreciate the work you've done from afar. With Bethesda's Fallout 4, their Xbox One X resolution upgrade was a successful one, managing to up the clarity and the level of detail in the post-apocalyptic Boston. Customize your weapons, grab some power armor, and get ready to survive in a radioactive wasteland that's more gorgeous than ever. A little short on the FPS rates, it gets a Play score of 8.48. Sneaking into 16th place is Dishonored 2. Arcane Studios' sequel to the best stealth action experience we've ever had so far is amping up the stealth action experience. Continuing the events of the first game, Dishonored 2 puts you in the shoes of two characters, Corvo and Empress Emily. With a mysterious usurper laying claim to the throne, whichever of the two characters you choose is set on a quest for answers and redemption. Other than the choice between killing your enemies, there's plenty of difficult moral choices to make with its array of endings. It has a place score of 8.51. At 15, Doom. While the reboot of the classic Doom franchise already brought massive upgrades to the title, the 4K patches inject some more firepower on the hellish creatures of their universe. Using dynamic resolution scaling, the reboot manages to balance its frame rates, keeping it as close to 60 frames as possible. As usual, play the iconic Doom guy and slay a horde of demons in the most badass way possible. Keeping things fresh despite the release of its sequel, it gets a score of 8.52. 14 is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Capcom's first signs of recovery comes in the form of a completely new Resident Evil title. Removing its third-person camera perspective, RE7 experiments with the in-your-face first-person camera kind of horror. With 4K support, witness the power of the RE engine at its finest as you run away from the crazy bakers in high-definition spookiness. Don't forget your diapers. The game receives a place score of 8.60. As troubled as the number 13 is Life is Strange Before the Storm. Don't Nod, in cooperation with Square Enix, has continued to embrace their hipster indie universe in this prequel to the award-winning Life is Strange. It's the first LIS entry to support 4K resolution, and it doesn't disappoint. The atmospheric Oregon is as beautiful as ever, especially with two of the coolest girls of the series, Chloe and Rachel. This 3-episode title is as amazing as it is heartbreaking, and it receives a place score of 8.62. Rolling into the next spot is Sonic Mania. A celebration of Sonic's rich history, Sega flashes back to the classic days with the return of this blue hedgehog to the 2D universe. Roll around the familiar corners of this pixel-perfect land in this colorful remaster packed with new and exciting surprises. Sonic Mania brings new life to the renowned stages, running their HD graphics in today's standard 60 FPS. Sprinkling new tricks into the classic, rekindle the fire of his loop-filled stages with new bosses and brand new secrets to discover. It has a place score of 8.64. Up next is Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition. Blizzard helps you out of the dungeon darkness with this enhanced version. An upgrade to one upgrade, Diablo 3 rises from the limits of the 1080p and into the realm of 4K resolutions. Dive into the fiery dungeons and slash through the demonic beasts in drool-worthy fashion. Not a whole lot of changes outside the standard resolution and frame rates package, it sure makes an enjoyable title all the better, and it has a place score of 8.69. Finally, at number 10 is OKAMI HD. It's great to see PlayStation 2 classics getting the remaster they deserve. Capcom's beautiful cel-shaded video game oozes with charm. HD's added 4K support makes every scenario look like a painting from the Louvre. Help the legendary Amaterasu reclaim the land of Nippon from the corruption of the Orochi. Use the power of the magical paintbrush to attack enemies and recreate the ruined world. It has a place score of 8.70. 9 is Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. Larian Studios' jaw-dropping follow-up to their RPG debut. Original Sin 2 was already making a name for themselves thanks to their deep customizations and highly interactive environments. This Definitive Edition serves to complete the experience for their second installment. With its 4K support, it's packed with an elevated level of immersion that brings the spirit of pen and paper RPGs to the video game world. It has a place score of 8.75. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Crystal Dynamics' second entry to the rebooted Tomb Raider series is a massive upgrade from their first game. Lara Croft returns and she's as badass as ever. One of the Xbox One's first 4K supported game, aid her in a life-changing quest that takes her to the frost-covered tundras of Siberia. Rise completely enhances the Tomb Raider experience with more tombs to raid and places to see. It's the best Lara Croft title in the modern trilogy, and it receives a place score of 8.78. 7. Resident Evil 2 Remake. A true return to horror. Capcom welcomes back its horror roots after RE7. This remake of the 1988 classic is a completely new experience. Characters are no longer polygonal, and the integration of the RE engine places you into a gripping third-person experience. Help Claire and Leon survive the zombie outbreak in Raccoon City, and try not to piss your pants as you escape with the clutches of Mr. X in 4K. It has a play score of 8.78. 6 is Devil May Cry 5. Capcom is on a roll this year and we have nothing but respect for them. After almost a decade, the Devil Hunters return in this fantastic character action title. Dante, Nero, and the mysterious new character V will redefine the meaning of hack and slash. Manage through a gauntlet of difficult levels and insane bosses in its story mode because this latest DMC game pushes the visuals to its optimum potential. Its 4K support gives you more reasons to kill demons as stylish as possible. Watch them sheathe their swords and swing their blades and taunt in pure detail. It has a play score of 8.85. Counting down at number 5 is NieR Automata Become as Gods Edition. If you love 2B's original adventure in your small screens, you might be interested to see it all over again in 4K. Square Enix's hack and slash JRPG increases the Android experience in this enhanced edition. Follow the story of 2B, 9S, and A2 in their battle to reclaim the barren Earth against otherworldly beings. Become as Gods Edition features everything NieR Automata has to offer, including all the DLCs and some bonus content for the Xbox One X. It has a play score of 8.96. 4 is Forza Motorsport 7. The poster boy for the Xbox One X, Turn 10 ramps up the realism in this latest title to their popular motorsport series. Launched along with the console, it offers an enhanced experience in gaming with 60 frames per second and of course a native 4K resolution. If there's anything that could make Forza's majestic cars look any more drool-worthy, it's this. Rev up your engines, gather your crew, and get a chance to drive every one of their 700 cars. It has a play score of 9.06. At number 3 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. CD Projekt Red's magnum opus might be 4 years old, but it doesn't look like it aged at all. Like wine, it gets better over time. This high fantasy adventure RPG takes us to the medieval and magical world of Geralt of Rivia as he encounters deadly beasts and merciless despots. Bask in its lush landscapes as you ride your horse Roach in search for bounty. With its 4K support, the game continues to wow new and old players with its breathtaking design and atmospheric worlds, especially with its 2 massive expansions. It receives a play score of 9.11. 2 is Red Dead Redemption 2. The scale of Rockstar's latest game is unimaginable. This huge step up compared to its previous title is evident, and of course, Rockstar thought this through. The Wild West adventure is stellar in super high definition with its 4K support. Enjoy the marauding adventures of outlaw Arthur Morgan as he goes on a quest to earn more money and yeehaws his way to riches. Of all the major consoles that can run 4K, Xbox One X offers the sharpest resolution of them all. It receives a play score of 9.19. And at number 1 is Forza Horizon 4. The Forza series are perfect examples of high-quality racing. Horizon sets the bar for a completely immersive open-world white-knuckling experience. Xbox One X's 4K support revs up your racing journey with its stunning details and unbelievable sights. Microsoft's craft when it comes to visuals is unparalleled. The lighting is breathtaking and the reflections are realistic. Put the pedal to the metal as you ride across the vibrant European sunset with a play score of 9.24. So that's it for today here at What to Play. If you loved this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to become a certified What to Player. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye!